Hello everyone, welcome back to another tutorial. Hope you're all doing good. So in this video we're going to be making a high-low top with a bishop neck. So this is what we're going to be making today. As you can see, the front panel is not as full as the back one. I'll be making the front one like A-line. So let's get to it. I'm using about 2.5 yards of fabric for this tutorial. So I'll fold my fabric into two. I'm using African print. I'm using the hip measurement to cut it out. So I will add some allowance to it because of the A-line. The back panel will be 34 inches plus 1 inch seam allowance. That is 35 inches. Then the front panel will be, the front panel is 24 inches plus 1 inch seam allowance. That is 25 inches. I'll fold the fabric into two. I'm cutting out the front one. Now I use the front panel to cut out the back block. So I'll take my 25 inches plus sewing allowance. So I'm cutting from here because of the borderline here or savage here. I just wanted to show out a little bit. So mark a line here. I'll go ahead and place the measurement. The shoulder measurement I'm working with is 15 inches divided by 2, which is 7.5 inches plus half an inch seam allowance. That is 8 inches. So I'm going to place my 8 inches here. So the wideness of the neck is 3.5 inches, while the depth is 3 inches. So this is the front one I'm cutting. So I'll use my curve ruler to make a curve here. Then I will come down here. I will take 1 inch for shoulder slope. So right from here I will take my armhole. So now I will mark about 9 inches for the armhole. Then I will draw a line there. So I'll curve the armhole normal, so I'm not going to be... So after I finish cutting the front one, because I'm placing this one, I'll cut out the back one before I'll cut out about ½ inch away from the armhole, the front armhole. So from shoulder to bust is 10 inches plus ½ inch seam allowance. That is 10.5 inches. So I will only place the bust measurement. There's no need of adding the waist and the hip measurement, so long I'm taking it right from here. So the bust measurement is 41 inches divided by 4 is 10.25. I'll mark my 10.25 here, plus 1 inch sewing allowance. That is 11.25. So right from here, I will extend it to the ends of the fabric. So let me see the down parts. The hip measurement is 46 inches. Divided by 4 is 11.5 inches. Then plus 1 is sewing allowance, that is 12.5 inches. Then this is the 12.5 inches. Let's say this is the hip measurement. Then I'm adding about 5 inches to it to extend it. So right from this place now, I will extend it by 4 or 5 inches. I will extend it by 5 inches. I will make the A line right from this place. From there I extend it to this place. I will come up here, mark 2 inches here. Then shape it like this. So I'll go ahead and cut it out. Yeah. So this is the front one. And now we fold the fabric into two again to cut out the back panel. So I'm folding the back panel like a triangle because I want the back one to be fuller than the front one. So it's folded like a triangle. Then I will take the front block, lay it against the back one. So I'm opening it like this. So then I will take the measurement. So here I have about almost 7 inches here. So this is the neckline. I will make the back neckline 2 inches. You can trace it. The length of the back panel, you start taking the length right from the shoulder here. Now I'm taking about 35 inches. I'll mark 35 inches here. And I'll take it around. Connect it, and I will connect it to meet this. So I will trace my armhole from here. I'm still going to extend it right from here to this place, and from here and I will extend it right from here. I will take it right from here to join the 35 inches here. So I extended it a little bit right from here. The side here, I extended it a little bit up to this place. Then from here, I will take it to join the 35 inches length for the back length. So I'm going to take this out. I will take the front one and then cut out the back one. Because it's a bishop neck, I will make about 5-inch slits here at the back side so that I can pass through the head. It's 5 inches. It doesn't matter if the back is wider than the front, it doesn't matter. Provided the shoulders are okay. So I'm cutting out the sleeve now. I'll be adding a flare to the bottom of the sleeve. So the length of the sleeve is 24 inches. I'll minus 4 inches for the flare. Then I'm cutting out 18 inches. I'll add about 1 inch sewing allowance to it. That is 19 inches I'm cutting out. And the armhole, remember we marked out 9 inches for the armhole. I'll be adding ½ inch for sewing allowance, so that is 9.5 inches. I mark my 9.5 inches here. So I'll come down here, mark 4 inches. I have a video on how to draft out the sleeve, so make sure you check it out if you don't understand what I'm doing. So the down part, that is the sleeve round where I'll be joining the flare, is 10 inches. plus 1 inch sewing allowance, so that is 11 inches, then divided by 2, which is 5.5 inches. I'll better make it 6 inches. Comfort. I'll take this is the midpoint, take it in here and bring it down here. I'll use this to cut out the other sleeve. So open it wide. I have about let's say 12 inches here. I'll use this 12 inches to cut out the flare. I will divide the 12 inches by 6.28. If you look at the sleeve very closely, there is a flare here. So I'm adding 5 inches flare for the sleeve, and there is a bishop neck here. If you look at the back, it's fuller than the front. The front is just like a normal A-line. So we'll be cutting out the sleeve now. I will fold my fabric into 2. Fold it again. It's folded into 4. Then I will divide 12. 12 divided by 6.28 is 1.9. I will rather round it to 2 inches. So I will mark 2 inches round. Take it round, then from here I'll take my sleeve length. My sleeve length is 5 inches plus half inch seam allowance, that is 5.5 inches. I'll take the 5.5 inches round. So I'm cutting out 2 of these. I use this to cut out the other sleeve. It's even wider. I prefer it when it's wider. Okay, moving on. So I'm cutting out about ½ inch from the armhole here, so I don't have a puggy armhole. So the front part I'm cutting out ½ inch here, and I will join them together. I will pin the shoulders together. It doesn't really matter if the back is wider than the front one. That is exactly how I want it. So I will pin this side now. I will take the back and match it with the front one. You make sure the two sides meet each other at the ends here. So I will sew the shoulders and the both side. I finished sewing the both side and the shoulders. And next is for us to measure the neckline and use the measurement to cut out the neckband. So for the slit I made at the back, I cut out the facing, sew it here, then turn it to the other side. So I use a pin to hold it. I will go ahead and I will sew this place to keep it in place. I will measure the neckline. So I have about, let's say 20 inches. I have about 20 inches here. So I'll be cutting out 20 inches neckband. I'll be cutting out 21 inches. I'll add 1 inch for sewing allowance. Alright. The wideness, I will be cutting out about 4.5 inches. So I want to have about 1.5 inches neckband after the sewing allowance. So I folded it into 2. Now I'll be cutting it equal now. So I will sew here about 1/4 inch here. Sew it round here. Then I will leave 1/2 inch unsewed here. Finish sewing the neckband, and I added interfacing to one side to give it a little bit of weight. Now we turn it. So I will take this now. I left 1/2 inch unsewed, yeah? The right side of the neckband will be facing the wrong side of the top. I'll pin it with this 1/2 inch here. I'll pin it around the neckline. So I've done series of video on this. So after I finish sewing it, I will bring it out. I'll bring the neckband out and take the remaining 1/2 inch to sew it round again. Now let's take the sleeve. Remember, I added 1/2 inch for sewing allowance, so I sew 1/2 inch on this side. Now we turn it to the right side. So I'll turn it to the right side. Pin this. This is the right side and this is the right side. They are facing each other. So I will sew it around. Sew the flight to the sleeve. Sew it around. So guys, I finished attaching the neckband to the neckline. This is the slits. So I'll add the pressing button here. I'll just hold it with a pin. I've attached the flat to the other side of the sleeve. So I will turn the top to the wrong side. Attach my sleeve. Then I will tuck this inside on the right, still on the right side. So I'm gonna match the side seam together. Pin them round. I will sew the sleeve to the armhole and do the same thing to the other side. This is the finished look of the top. The sleeve has been attached to it. This is the finished look. Let me turn it to the back. Like I said earlier, we add the pressing button here. And this is the damp part. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If this is your first time of watching my video, you're welcome. Please subscribe, like, and share my video, and turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified each time I upload a new video. Thank you guys for watching. Love you. I'll see you on my next video. Bye.